All right, welcome back to the Vigotel Mobile presents Allied Bank Tri-Nation Series. This has been amazing. It's been a game to watch, and I personally feel I'm lucky I was out here and to witness this one-on-one, and I'm sure my colleagues also feel the same. The crowd here loved every bit of it. It was a game which was hard fought by both the sides, and eventually Pakistan emerging victorious by 6 wickets, and credit goes to that 260 partnership between the captain and vice-captain, and then earlier on, Babar and Fakhr together gave them a start of 90 odd in the first 10 overs. Lots to talk about. I've got Sanamir and Salman with us over here. Salman, got to come to you first. You know, everyone asks this question, what was the talk between you and Rizwan? I want to know, when you came out to bat 91 for 3, what were you thinking at that time, 350 to get?
We knew it's a good wicket to bat on, so we just wanted to take the game as deep and as we can, and we wanted to make a partnership there. And we target 5 over. Every 5 over we target. We were thinking every 5 over we need to score like X, Y, Z runs, and luckily it works, to be very honest.
You know, Sana made a very good point during the commentary that the 3 frontline spinners were playing on their side, and when they couldn't get the wickets in the middle overs, I think that was the key. What was the plan against the spinners?
To be honest, we wanted to be positive against Maharaj and the other guy, but Shamsi and the other guy. Maharaj is a good bowler. We wanted to give him respect because he's a good bowler. He can take wickets. We knew it. If we don't get wicket to him, they'll struggle, and that's what happened.
Anything on your mind, Sana? Because it's just, you know, shocked us how it has gone by. And I guess you will endorse the fact that not just a win and to qualify, this has been a proper outing before the ICC Champions Trophy, and not just about Salman or Rizwan. It injects a sense of self-belief in the team that we're on the right track. Absolutely.
Firstly, I would start with the way Fakhr and Babar started. I think that particular partnership set the tone for the chase. And because it was such a brisk partnership between those two, that it gave Salman and Rizwan that time to take when the couple of wickets went down. And I think Salman was talking off-air about giving respect to the game. This is what exactly both of them did, Rizwan and Salman Ali Agha. When the 2 wickets fell down, they both came, they took their time. They didn't go on attacking the bowlers right there from the start, but they built an innings together, and when it was time to accelerate, they accelerated really well.
Now, I usually say that it's not over till it's over, but when did you and Rizwan start feeling that, no, I think we can get this?
To be honest, from the get-go, when I came, we knew it. If you bat like next 10 overs, we can chase this down. So it was like always there. We never thought we were not going to chase this down, to be honest.
I think when you see the highlights also, we saw it live. There was excellent execution. There was some power hitting as well, but there was excellent timing. The shot selection was brilliant. Whenever the field was up, whichever there was a gap, they selected the areas really cleverly, I think, and they both complemented each other really well.
Yeah, when you look at a 50-over game, I mean, it's a long time spent out there. And I think you can't just play in one particular gear. And it was very evident between you and Rizwan how you guys almost, 78 singles between them in that partnership. And just talk to us about it. The way your wagon wheel, look at that. We're all around the ground, especially the sweep shots.
Yeah, we were having a meeting yesterday, and Fakhr made a very, very, very good point, because he said 50-over games, one-day game is like a mixture of Test and T20. So you can expect everything there. So we wanted, and he was right, I think. When I came to bat and Rizwan said we need to take time, we just need to take singles, and then we'll see. So it is a mixture of Test and T20, and if you look at like that, mostly it will work.
And more credit to this partnership, Sana, because we're expecting that we'll get some heavy dew and then, you know, the ball comes on the bat, but that didn't happen till like maybe the last 6 overs.
Yeah, I mean, this partnership is so crucial. It is so important because, as I was talking in the commentary also, South Africa, top 4, there were 380-plus scores in that top 4. When both these came out, there was not 150 before these two made 100. So I think starting an innings from scratch like that, both of them new to the crease, building that partnership and then chasing 350 until you have smaller targets, until you have that discipline to control yourself, restrain yourself when you want to go, when you don't. I think they showed that really well.
And I think his partner, his captain out there, Rizwan, also batted very well. He exactly knows how to pace the innings, and they were complementing each other. I think, Salman, that when you have your captain also scoring equally well like you were, it just takes, you share the load.
Yeah, we target bowlers who's going to target, like me, I wanted to target fast bowlers and he was targeting spinners. So we planned like that. And yeah, obviously having him in the crease is like ice and everything on the cake, to be honest, because he bats really well.
Also the important part, you batted up in the order, well, not really up, but when you are batting 6, you don't get enough time to score 100. It's a maiden 100, and today you had ample time and you made good use of it.
I always wanted to be a batsman who can bat in any situation and any number, because I don't want to be a batsman who can like just say, okay, oh, this is my game, I can go. I want to do everything. If team needs me to score 100, I want to do that. And if team needs me to score 50 or 30 ball, I want to do that as well.
Yeah, Rizwan's 122 not out, finished the game with those 3 maximums and those boundaries. Lots of singles, square of the wicket, and that probably frustrated and tired the opposition out.
Yeah, great innings from Mohammad Rizwan, a proper captain's knock. Held the inning together, and I think credit to both of them. It's so good to see the spirits, what Salman is talking about, that he just wants to do well for the team. I think this is what Pakistan cricket is all about. You can change the numbers, you can sacrifice for the team, and eventually your hard work is going to pay off.
What are the areas, Salman, that you as a team corrected after that first loss?
I think we fielded a bit better in this game. And we bowled all right, to be honest, because it was a tough conditions to bowl, and we bowled all right. Yeah, it was 350, but it was difficult to bowl on this wicket. But still, lots of things to improve, because all the time you have things to improve, and we will look this stuff and try to do like bit better in the final as well.
You know, it'll be a silly question for me to ask, but I'll still ask. It's your first ODI 100, so it'll be very special for you. But in terms of satisfaction as a batter on a pitch like this, where do you rate this innings?
It has to be up top 5 inning. I was in the morning, I was thinking I have scored my first 100 in test matches here. So why not score 100, first ODI 100 here as well? And it works. But yeah, it has to be top 5 in my career.
Well, we're giving you a top 5, and this one is the best. 134 today against South Africa. You've seen to be taking a liking against South Africa and New Zealand, lots of runs against them. Salman, it was an absolute pleasure watching you play out there with your captain. I think this is just a start for you before a big tournament, before a big final. We wish you best of luck, and thank you very much for all the entertainment you and Rizwan provided, and others as well.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
All right, time for us to take a short break. When we come back, we will have more to talk about. Get Vernon Philander in, and let's look at the final, and of course some very good batting performances from the South African batters. Welcome back to the pitchside studio. This is the Vigo Telmobile presents Allied Bank Tri-Nation Series. South Africa won the toss, scored 352 for 5. Pakistan with their record chase, 355 for 4, with an over to spare and 6 wickets in hand. So they qualify for that final day after tomorrow. Well, here we are with the pitchside studio. I've got my guest Vernon Philander and Sanamir alongside me. I'm going to straight away talk to Vernon. Vernon, what do you make of this game?
Yeah, I think South Africa winning the toss, electing to bat first, they had to make a statement, and they did make a statement. I think to get 350 is a fantastic effort. I think wonderful contributions from the captain himself, really to set up the game. But again, I think Metro Breedske, I mean, you'd have said, obviously got the 150 on debut, but to back it up with another wonderful performance, I think is a step in the right direction for him. But I think this man at the top of the order gives South Africa so much control. He's got a wonderful balance between attack and defense, but once he gets going, I think it's a fluency to his game that really takes the game to the opposition, and I think that partnership between himself and Metro Breedske really sets South Africa up wonderfully. But yeah, another wonderful knock by the captain to give his team that start that they wanted in that power play, as well as opening partnership.
Yeah, I mean, if you leave the bowlers out from both sides, so you talk about batters, they've all had something to gain and take away from this game. Bavuma getting some runs going, momentum on his side. Then Breedske, of course, having a very good run, and especially Klaasen, a danger man. And he comes out here when we are talking to him at the innings break. And I asked him, I mean, it seems like you've lived here all your life. He says, I've played here, so I know it. But to execute that is a completely different thing.
Absolutely. I think Bavuma started off really well, played a captain's knock. He was very well supported by Breedske. I think he's a very, very impressive youngster from South Africa. 150 on debut, and then he comes and he's demoted down the order, one down, like he comes number 3, and then he produces another fine knock, 83 of 84, and it had to take a special catch to dismiss him. So he was playing all around the ground. He's a live package for South Africa. I'm really, really impressed. 360 player, he can play on all sides of the ground. Really impressive.
Yeah, the one thing I really enjoy about this young man is his attitude. I think he's always wanting to learn. He's always wanting to gain information about local conditions and how he can, enhance his own performance. So a wonderful acquisition for South Africa, and hopefully he stays for the Champions Trophy. I think he's put up a valid case to be stay behind.
He surely has. All right, now talking about a man, his flexibility to bat anywhere in the order. Batted 4 today. He has the finisher's role as well. Klaasen. I mean, he is not just one gear to his batting, but he is so dangerous. Every single ground looks so small in front of his batting.
Yeah, absolutely. I think if you look at his numbers over the last 3 years, he's striking him at 136. So it just goes to show again, if he gets in, he's a dangerous player, because I don't think any bowling lineup is going to contain him. He makes boundaries look so small, and his ability to access the boundary on both sides is what's making him so dangerous.
You know, he just doesn't bat, Sana. He actually dents opposition's bowling attacks, because he's left some scars. I'm telling you, one of the quickest and best at bowling attacks, he's taken them apart.
Absolutely. The shot he played against Shaheen, like almost a sweep shot over square leg. It was a 139 kilometers per hour delivery. So I think definitely he is a class act. He has proven that time and again, and I think getting his wicket was very crucial. And that's why I think South Africa at the end, even though they put up 350, was still 30 runs short. The way they had a start with three batters in 80 plus runs, I do feel Pakistan bowlers did well to restrict them there.
Easy now, Sana. 30 runs short.
Absolutely.
Where's this game moving to?
Let me take you back to that initial part where Pakistan lost 3 wickets for 90. When you felt that South Africa could have, squeezed the bottleneck at that time, or did they miss out anything?
Yeah, I do feel that perhaps they were just waiting for things to happen instead of making them happen. I think there was also a window of opportunity where they could have perhaps, pressed a little harder with those seamers, in obviously bowling at Mohammad Rizwan as well as Salman. I'm still a firm believer in these kind of games. The sooner you close the game out, the better. Because if you allow batters to get in, I think we've seen conditions to be batter friendly throughout at Gaddafi as well as here in Karachi. So for me, you have to think a little bit more positive from a captain's point of view.
Yeah, we keep talking about the 50-over game, and it requires some kind of, planning, especially when you're chasing big totals, and the partnerships have been key. These two shouldn't be forgotten for the start they gave.
Absolutely. I think they gave around 57 or 60 run start, but briskly, like just 30-odd balls. Babar looked really good. We talk about his form. I think his form is really good. It's only about the concentration. But overall, I think their partnership set the tone for this chase for Pakistan.
Yeah, I think what this partnership really did, it allowed batters like Mohammad Rizwan and Salman to get in and take their time. I think, they got off to a absolute fly. I think they got off to 87 in 10 overs, which really give the rest of the batting order some time to get themselves in. You don't have a lot of pressure to get going from the get-go. So that partnership was of paramount importance at the start to give them that edge, that momentum that they needed to go into, obviously, building that massive record partnership.
They jumped onto a moving vehicle rather than push start and then go on to it. Yeah. All right, now partnerships has been the key. It's a long version, 100 overs, 50 aside. And it's 260. This will be special for a long time.
The highest partnership for number 4 batters, I think the 4th wicket partnership for Pakistan ever. I think it's a brilliant achievement by both these batters, and it's highest chase in the National Bank Stadium in Karachi. And like Vernon said, this foundation was set at the top, but they didn't throw it away. Even when they had a 100-run partnership, they only took calculated risk, and I think that discipline that they showed in the batting was absolute.
Yeah, I think it's a magnificent partnership, and I think it's a partnership that will be remembered for a very long time. I don't care how flat conditions are, you still have to go out there, you still have to apply yourself, and the manner which they went about their business was brilliant. There were times where they had to absorb pressure, and then there were times where they could assert themselves onto that bowling attack. But yeah, well done. I think they've announced themselves at the top of that run-chasing partnerships for Pakistan. The highest 260, and that's clearing the second highest by some distance.
Yeah, so many records were tumbled today. The highest successful chases by Pakistan and ODIs. This one right on top over there here tonight at the National Bank Stadium in Karachi. An overall update, so that just keep telling you what exactly happened today. Highest successful chase is in one-day internationals, and Pakistan has come into this list where 435, I remember that game at Joburg at the Bull Ring. That was South Africa winning that. Herschel Gibbs getting a big 100, finished by Mark Boucher. Pakistan have joined that list where you don't get to chase that many runs every day. Okay, so just before we hit the fans, actually, let's have a listen to the fans. This is a new stadium in terms of a big stand from behind us, seats everywhere, new lights, Pakistan winning. What did they feel?
मैंने पहली बार ऐसा मैच स्टेडियम में देखा है, मुझे बहुत मज़ा आया और जो रिजवान और सलमान अली आगा की परफॉर्मेंस थी, लव यू हो गया यार।
मैच बहुत ज़बरदस्त लगा, बहुत खुशी हो गया, पाकिस्तान ने मैच जीत लिया। इस मैच में तो सलमान अली आगा और रिजवान दोनों ने ही अच्छा खेला है। वैसे तो फेवरेट प्लेयर बाबर आजम है, लेकिन उनकी फॉर्म नहीं है तो आज वो चल नहीं पाए। मज़ा वैसे सलमान अली आगा को ज़्यादा देख के आया।
ज़्यादा चांस पाकिस्तान के हैं, न्यूजीलैंड को हरा देंगे इंशाल्लाह आराम से।
वो न्यूजीलैंड भी अच्छा खेली है, लेकिन उम्मीदें हैं पाकिस्तान से, इंशाल्लाह पाकिस्तान जीत जाएगी।
All right, they're all happy, especially when you have a win to back up with a brand new feeling, and everyone got a very close feel to the action. I think they have to love this. Now, a quick one. Last final. Oh, let's have a look at this. This is important because after all this fight throughout the Tri-Nation, the final now is going to be between Pakistan and New Zealand right here on this ground. Vigotel Mobile presents Allied Bank Tri-Nation Series Final. We will be joining you at 1:25 in the afternoon on the 14th of Feb. All right, before I go, I'm going to have a quick question because otherwise it'll run in my mind through it. As a bowler, when you get back to that dressing room, you know 700 runs have been scored, so both the sides, as long as bowlers go, have been having a tough outing. Would you say, this is too good a batting pitch, I shouldn't be worried?
No, I think they have to come up with plans. I think throughout the tournament, I don't think the wickets are going to be any different to what we've seen in the first two outings. So bowlers will have to come up with a plan to make themselves effective. I think from a bowler's perspective, you perhaps want to find a delivery that you take the surface completely out of it. Saeed Afridi, he's been phenomenal with an in-swinging Yorker. Hey, brother, go back to that because I do feel that is going to prove the difference between winning and losing games.
All right. You're here with us for the final, right?
I shall stay behind and I shall wear my green.
Awesome. Both the teams wear green. So, okay, Sana, Vernon, thank you so much. It's been a wonderful day. Wonderful always having you in a pitchside studio. Hope you enjoyed our coverage and this amazing game. It's the final. Remember, Pakistan versus New Zealand day after tomorrow, 1:25 in the afternoon local time. Until then, you watch the highlights and whatever happened today, and we'll come back to you with live action very soon.